The internet is scheduled to go down forever. You have a week to prepare and download anything from the web you think is necessary to have for the rest of your life. What do you download and why? Everything I need to know on how to build the internet. Wikipedia, Stack Overflow, MSDN, Linux man pages, a sizable chunk of GitHub, and as many technical manuals as you can find. As far as I am concerned, this would be more than enough to rebuild with a little savvy. Edit, as many have pointed out, the RFCS and a networking textbook would be necessary. I'll file these under technical manuals. Smile. We'd need everything top to bottom on the protocol stack. Luckily I have the PDF of the textbook for my networking class from last quarter. Smile. Edit, getting a few requests for the book. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but the book is called Computer Networking: A Top-Down Approach 6th edition. It'll just say Google it if you're interested. Ahaha, I actually thought about editing the original comment to include a networking textbook. I forgot in the first place because, same here. XD. Wikipedia. And every song on Spotify I can think of. You can even get a torrent of it at any time. Hold up, a single one of these torrents holds all text content from Wikipedia in just 17 GB. Insane. It's compressed inside the 17 GB, if I remember, and text files compress pretty good. I think it uncompresses really large, in the hundreds. Text files compress pretty good, about 8:1, since the entropy of English text is 1 bit per character and ASCII is 1 byte. 136 gigs? Still not bad at all. Text takes up very, very little space even uncompressed. My monitor's display takes up about 12.6 megabit uncompressed, 1080 by 1920 by 48 24-bit color depth. For comparison, the entirety of Les Miserables is 3.2 MB in plain text. So Les Miserables is only a couple times the size of a screenshot from my monitor, uncompressed. But how will you read it without your monitor? Edit, yes, I know this thread is about the internet disappearing. It was in reference to displaying Les Miserables costing more than the information itself. Every how-to book ever written. At this point, the only way the internet is shutting down is if the world is ending. Gotta know how to start over. Are we putting Python for Dummies or Intro to C++ on the fire tonight, darling? Edit, gasp, thank you all for the awards etc. I am so glad this is now my highest rated comment. I can finally be proud of it, rather than ashamed of the dragon penis pun that was the one before. Be sure to study up on animal husbandry. You've always had a knack for it. Animal Husbandry for Dummies Chapter 1. Animal husbandry doesn't mean you get to duck an animal. The word you're looking for is zoophilia. Now that we got that sorted, let's begin. And in developing news, the Shepherds Association of Wales has launched a campaign to boycott the best-selling book, Animal Husbandry for Dummies by renowned author plus Ultra Beyond. Cited was the chair of the organization, a Mr. Ewan Lee Wugiotin, is saying they must not be allowed to dash people's hopes and dreams like that. Everyone makes sheep ducking jokes about their neighbors, but the Welsh jokes all sound like instructions. The Pirate Bay's top 100 in each category for the knee-jerk shotgun approach. After that, an offline copy of Wikipedia, my entire GOG library, and everything from Project Gutenberg. Spoiler alert, it's all porn and viruses. Always has been. Dot. 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 Maps. I got lost in the middle of nowhere this summer, had no cell service or internet access, and realized it would have useful to have offline road maps on my phone. Anyone have recommendations for a good and/or free source? You can always go retro with a road atlas and fold up maps for any major cities near you. Pros: never runs out of batteries, never needs to be rebooted due to errors, can be shared side gifted without DRM issues, easily readable in bright sunlight, can be used to squash bugs, absorbent, flammable. Cons: not free, does not auto-update, not readable at night, no turn-by-turn directions, not water-resistant, flammable. I'd like to think you have personally experienced every last one of these pros and cons. As someone who camps and drives often, yes. Plot twist: Everyone downloading everything is what causes the internet to go down. Project Gutenberg. Right? So sad that it's blocked over here in Germany. Edit, very aware of VPNs, it's still a shame that we have to resort to using one to get access to free books. Project Gutenberg is blocked in Germany? What's the reason? They're all public domain. Does this have to do with different laws regarding time to fall into public domain? Taken straight from the website, we apologize for this inconvenience. Your IP address has been automatically blocked from accessing the Project Gutenberg website, www.gutenberg.org. This is because the GeoIP database shows your address is in the country of Germany. Why did this block occur? A court in Germany ordered that access to certain items in the Project Gutenberg collection are blocked from Germany. Project Gutenberg believes the court has no jurisdiction over the matter, but until the issue is resolved, it will comply. More info on the court order, can.cloth.org. Wow, that's actually infuriating to read about. I decided to take one of the books and paste it here, pastebin.com. Come at me, German copyright trolls. I'd download a car. You wouldn't download a car. You're right. I'd download a car. How could you? By clicking download. But would you be able to guess which download to click? Whichever one doesn't move if you try to click and drag it. The entire Stack Overflow database. Without it, me and probably 99.9% of all programmers out there would be ducked. You're ducked anyway. How are you going to distribute your software? In cardboard boxes like a heathen? In any physical media, DVD, Blu-ray, flash drive, portable HD. Existing companies that don't depend entirely on internet won't stop doing their business, and will require new software, bug fixes, upgrades, etc. Of course, local development will still be a thing, but everyone will have to be on site. Collaboration with developers will be limited by geography and couriers. Didn't say telephone and fax, just the internet. We did just fine with BBSs for many years. Mail for Blu-ray discs of code. Things would slow down, but mankind and technology would survive. And perhaps flourish in the need to find a new form of rapid communication. Wikipedia for anything after 1963. I have my old world book encyclopedias from that year. Maybe just 1963 to 2019. You don't need 2020, if you really want to cry, just watch this. I would just invest in a good pair of prescribed glasses for reading. I do not want to end up like that dude from the Twilight Zone. Time enough at last. Damn it, just when I've forgotten it, someone reminds me and I'm sad again. My CV. You can sod off if you think I'm writing all that bollocks from scratch again. Was hard enough to lie convincingly the first time around. A video of my dad talking to my first grandchild. It is the only recording I have of his voice. I feel like that would be a good thing to have downloaded anyway. With multiple copies. I would rent a bank safe box just to leave some copies there. The real ones are going to use that time to commit all the cybercrime possible, steal money, hack and steal information of bank accounts, financial statements, dirt on PPL, etc. It's the purge. I was just gonna download Star Trek, but your idea is way better. The internet. TBH, I'd probably freak out and spend the whole week in a state of some kind of nervous breakdown, not download anything and spend the rest of my life crying. Ah, there's the answer I was looking for. I find out who all these hot singles in my area are and why they want to meet me. My Reddit history, some porn, my fanfics, some more porn, my saved emails, adult literature and videos, fat materials, and porn. Finally, an honest post. I'm gonna say something so Gen Z, but I don't know what I would do without the internet. My life is the internet. It would absolutely be the most stressful week of my life. Everyone's life is the internet. So many businesses would be unable to function. The global economy would be in shambles. Entire career fields would flat out disappear. Corporations and governments would lose their main lines of communication and control. Everyone saying they'd be fine without the internet needs to realize the worldwide net hosts more than what the average person uses entertains themselves with in their daily life. THJS is a pretty impossible scenario, but if it ever came to pass, we're so ducked. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was coming up with my response. But I thought, let's pretend that everything is the same but you just can't have the internet personally. Then I thought, how would I react if I couldn't have the internet for my own personal use?